Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Kauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini Umajnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Vandekam Sri Guru Shiyutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpadi Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarbyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaye Vachapatitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Isvaraha Paramaha Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam Om Tat Sat Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the king of knowledge, Raja Vidya. So here, Krishna is teaching everything what we need. That's what even we are studying in the 4th chapter now. Krishna is telling Arjuna, I'm teaching you what is karma, what you need to do. Just by knowing what Krishna is teaching, then we are freed from all the miseries of material existence. So we need to know. We need to understand this Bhagavad Gita, the song of God. We are understanding from Bhagavad Gita that we are always controlled by the 3 modes of material nature. So no one is free actually. No one. Everyone is forced to act. So that is the fact. So except the devotee of Krishna who is able to completely surrender unto Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, everyone else in this world, actually, they are all struggling only. So that way, there is no point even in thinking that somebody has got in a better materialistic position than us. So that's not going to help us. Because everyone is suffering here. Everyone is going to die. We can't see anyone in this world who is not going to die. So we have got this material body, so that means we are going to lose this material body, so that we understand. But after death, what is going to happen to our self, the individual self, that is the soul? So that's a very important question. Everyone is going to die, but is everyone is going to get similar body next birth? That is not at all correct. In this world, whoever is born, everyone is going to die. So that is perfectly right. But after death, so what we are going to get? So for example, materially speaking, we may be so rich, maybe billionaire, maybe a lot of money, lot of wealth, everything. But is that richness, is it going to help us to decide our next body, our next life? For example, if we are a billionaire, we have a lot of money. We don't have to struggle at all. But does that going to guarantee that next life we are going to get a better body or better life? Totally not related. These things are not at all related. It's only the mind, only the status of mind. So that's what is very important. One may be a very, very poor person, but mind, his mind, if his mind is focused on Krishna only, if he has no attachments to anything in this world, so then he is going to go to Goloka next life. So that way, we should evaluate a person based upon what is his status of mind, not the other status, the so-called social, economic status, this status, all kinds of different status. So we actually see, but we should not be seeing all such things. We should only see what is the status of the mind. That's what is a very important measure. What is the status of our mind at the time of death? Are we attached to anything in this material world? Or are we fully attached only to Krishna? So that is what is very important question we need to ask. And that status only is going to determine whether we are able to actually get a better life, next life, or worse than this life. Either way is possible. It all depends upon whether with our mind, if we are able to elevate ourselves, or with our mind, if we are degrading ourselves. So depending upon that, our next life is going to happen. So uttaret atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet atmaivagi atmano bantu atmaiva ripuratmana. So one should elevate oneself with the help of mind, not to degrade himself. Many times I quoted this sloka in the 6th chapter, 5th sloka, Krishna is teaching us. So that way, every day we need to really watch. We need to really very, very carefully, we need to see where our mind is situated, what our mind is doing. That's what is very important. If our mind is attached to Krishna, if we are focusing only on Krishna, if we are not having any other attachment, if we are able to forget all other things in this material world, so then it is good. It's really, really good. So that means we are doing all things which are good for ourselves. But every day, if we start forgetting Krishna a lot, more and more, if we don't remember Krishna, if we don't understand this Bhagavad Gita, if we get ourselves too much busy in this material world, materialistic life, so then that means we are actually going to hell. People in general, they say they go to hell, correct? If you go and ask something or something like if that person, sometimes people say they go to hell. In reality, everyone is going to hell only. If we are not making use of this human life, this human body, if we are not getting this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, then that means we are definitely going to go to hell only. This material world itself is hell. This life itself is hell. Having this temporary, miserable material body itself is hell. So that's what we need to understand. So in order to come out of this situation, we should control a lot of things. We should regulate a lot of things, our activities, daily what we do, how much we eat, how much time we sleep, and what are all our activities. Everything has to be minimized. Only sariram kevalam karma kurvanna apnoti kilvisham. Only if we perform our duty, only to maintain our body, so then our activities are not going to bind us. We are not going to get any sins. But other than that, if we perform any activity just to enjoy the material sense objects, so if we perform any activity which is not as an offering unto Krishna, so then we are going to accumulate sins only. So when Krishna says that sariram kevalam karma kurvan na apnoti kilbisham, means if we don't do like that, so then we are going to apnoti kilbisham. It is not na apnoti kilbisham, it is going to be apnoti kilbisham. If we do any other work just with only attachment to the material sense objects, with all kinds of attachments in this world, without having any knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, and simply focusing only on material sense gratification. So that means it is not going to go, we are going to accumulate sins only. That means apnoti kilbisham. So that is the main thing we need to understand. So we need to act in such a way, each and every act what we do every day, it should not bring us any sinful reactions. So we have to ensure that, we have to make sure that. And how we can ensure that? only simply by focusing on what Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita and simply following Krishna's instructions. So that means offering prasadam to Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and studying this Bhagavad Gita and spreading Krishna's message. So that way, if we keep ourselves always engaged, satatam, satatam means always, satatam, tasmat asaktaga satatam. Therefore, always we should be engaged with, that means we should not be attached to anything. So satatam kirtayantomam. In one sloka, Krishna is teaching us that tasmat asaktaga satatam karyam karma samacharan. In another sloka, Krishna is teaching us that satatam kirtayantomam yadantaschatratam prataga. So only when we do that, then this is possible. So when we are always engaged in glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, so when we are always focusing our mind and intelligence, our senses and everything only on Krishna, so then only it is possible for us to give up attachment all the time. That's why tasmat asaktaga satatam. So that way, in this Bhagavad Gita, both are getting possible. When we study this Bhagavad Gita, understand this Bhagavad Gita, knowing that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and doing everything for Krishna. So that way, we are getting always attached only to Krishna. So that means we are unattached to this material sense objects, asaktaga. So we are always detached. We are always detached from the material sense objects. So when we are always attached to Krishna. So, and that kind of attachment, that kind of very, very strong love towards Krishna, that attachment comes only with this science of Bhagavad Gita, this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Because by knowing about Krishna only, we are going to understand everything. Because we are understanding very clearly that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead from Bhagavad Gita. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, if we keep studying this Bhagavad Gita again and again, because this knowledge, these slokas, they are always bringing us so much of happiness. So we'll never ever get bored to listen to Krishna. Any sloka in Bhagavad Gita, any chapter, any sloka, when we study, as many times we study, we are always getting knowledge, because we are always getting the knowledge about ourselves, about the soul, not any materialistic knowledge. So any knowledge, other knowledge in this material world, so knowing about this material world, so knowing about this material sense objects, so that knowledge has only temporary value. That's it. Because everything is changing, so the knowledge also changes. Everything is changing. So, but whereas the knowledge about Krishna, the knowledge about ourself, what we are getting, this Bhagavad Gita, that we are not the body, we are the soul, and Krishna is the super soul. And when we are able to establish that relationship with Krishna, so then our mindset, our thinking, our thought process, everything is going to be completely spiritualized. So we are going to think only about Krishna. We are going to only focus our mind on Krishna, our intelligence on Krishna, and we are going to fully depend only on Krishna and everything. That's what is very important. We have to simply depend on Krishna only. So that way, by Krishna's causeless mercy, all our problems are solved. So that way, we are going to gain steady intelligence. Otherwise, there is no intelligence. If you are attached to material sense objects, then there is no intelligence. Bhoga Aishwarya Prasaktana Taya Apagrita Chetasam Vyavasayatmika Buddhir Samadam Na Vidyate. So if you are attached to material sense enjoyment and material opulence, Bhoga and Aishwarya, so that means all the time our mind will be thinking only about that. So whatever we gets attached, that's what Prasaktana. So whatever we gets attached, so our mind is going to only think about that one only. In fact, whatever our mind is thinking, we are going to get attached to that one only. So if our mind thinks about material sense objects, so if we are getting attached to the material sense objects, so then we will start thinking more and more about the material sense objects, then we'll get more and more attachment to the material sense objects. So that means we are getting ourselves completely away from Krishna. So that way there is no intelligence. So that's why Krishna is teaching us that Vyavasayatmika Buddhir Samadam Na Vidyate. So in order to get that buddhi pariyavatistate, so our buddhi has to be established. So in order to achieve that buddhi, to that intelligence, so we have to get the Supreme Krishna's, we need to get the mercy of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So for that, whatever we are doing right now, like studying this Bhagavad Gita, that is going to help us. Definitely it is helping us. There is no doubt about it. Definitely we are getting more knowledge about Krishna. We are getting everything what we need to know about Krishna, because there is no doubt about it. Because this Bhagavad Gita is very, very confidential knowledge. It is Gukhya Thamam. So it is the topmost, it's Raja Gukhyam. But we are getting that knowledge. We are understanding that Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because we love Krishna. Because we have faith on Krishna. So that way we are getting this knowledge. So that way we are understanding that just by knowing Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just by knowing that none of Krishna's activities are going to bind him to this world, so then we are simply going to be ourselves freed from this material. We have to know that. That's what is very important. Aham hi sarva yajnana bhokta cha prabhu cha. So we need to know that. Aham hi sarva yajnana bhokta cha prabhu cha. So if anyone who doesn't know that, so na bijanati, idimam na bijanati, then he will be attached to the results. He will be affected by the results. He will be tatvena tas chavantite. He will be falling down. So we need to understand that tattva. We need to understand that truth, fact that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhu cha. So that's what we need to know. So that way, if we just know that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer, Krishna is the Sarvaloka Maheswaram, so Krishna is everything, we are simply going to get peace of mind. Just by knowing this, we are getting peace of mind. That's what Krishna is saying. Krishna is saying, Nyatva mam shantim richat. That's it. Nyatva means knowing, mam, me. So knowing that I am the supreme controller. So just by knowing that Krishna is the Sarvaloka Maheswaram, we are getting peace of mind. Just by knowing that Krishna is the enjoyer of all yajnas and austerities, we are going to get peace of mind. Just by knowing that Krishna is the supreme well-wisher of all living beings, we are going to get peace of mind. So, Nyatva mam shantim richati. So, by knowing this, you will get peace of mind. So, by Krishna's causeless mercy, now we are getting this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, which is bringing us peace of mind. There is no doubt about it. So, we finished 16 verses in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. In the sloka number 15, Krishna is teaching us that Evam nyatva kritam karma purvairapi mumukshubhigi kuru karmaiva tasmatvam purvaihi purvataram kritam. So just by knowing this, so that's what very important. By knowing what? By knowing that Krishna's actions, whatever Krishna is doing, nothing is going to bind him. So just by knowing that, many persons in the past have achieved liberation. Purvairapi mumukshubhigi. So kuru karma tasmatvam purvaihi purvataram kritam. So you also perform your activities in the same way, just by knowing that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead and none of my activities are going to bind me to this world. So just by knowing that, you also act. You perform all your duties, all your activities simply by knowing this. So then you will also you are going to get liberation. That's what Krishna is teaching. So kuru karmaiva tasmatvam purvaihi purvataram kritam. All the liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following in their footsteps. That's what Krishna is asking us. We just have to follow. So our acharyas have already set examples for us. And this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is already received through disciplic succession, and it is coming to us, and we are understanding as it is. We are able to understand each and every sloka very well. So simply by knowing this Bhagavad Gita, simply by knowing that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so we are going to be freed from this material bondage. So then in the next sloka, what we studied yesterday, Krishna was teaching us that Kim karma kim akarmeti kavayo pyatra mohita tate karma pravakshyami yajnatva mokshasheya subhat. So what is karma? What is akarma? What is action? What is inaction? Even the most intelligent people are bewildered. So let me explain to you. I shall explain to you what karma is. Just by knowing that, you will be freed from the miseries of material existence. Yajnatva mokshashe asubha. So that's what Krishna is going to teach us. So even the intelligent are bewildered in determining what is action and what is inaction. Now I shall explain to you what action is, knowing which you shall be liberated from all misfortune. That's what yajnatva, by knowing that. So Krishna is continuing in the next sloka. Karmano hyapi bodhavyam bodhavyam cha vikarmanaga akarmanascha bodhavyam gahana karmano gati. So bodhavyam means one should understand. So one should understand what? What is karma and what is vikarma and what is akarma. So that's why bodhavyam, bodhavyam, bodhavyam. Karmanohi api bodhavyam, bodhavyam cha vikarmanaka, akarmanascha bodhavyam. So one should understand what is karma and what is vikarma and what is akarma. Karma is action, vikarma is forbidden action, akarma is inaction. Gahano karmano gati, gahana. Because the intricacies of action are very difficult to understand. So we really don't have to worry about anything. We just have to follow what Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita. That's it, and leave the rest to Krishna. So Krishna is teaching here that the intricacies of action are very hard to understand. Therefore, one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, and what inaction is. Already Krishna is teaching us in the second chapter we studied, Durenagi avaram karma. So this vikarma and avaram karma, both are same. So avaram karma means abominable activities. So that's what these forbidden actions. So durenagi. So you keep it at a very far distance. So how are we going to keep such avaram karma, the abominable activities at a far distance? Simply by taking shelter unto this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Then only it is possible. So Krishna is teaching us in this sloka that the intricacies of action are very hard to understand. Therefore, one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, and what inaction is. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the 17th sloka in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. So it will roughly take about 15 minutes to finish 2 rounds of chanting Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanandjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Tulsi Vilasa Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to all the devotees. I kindly request the devotees to use the Zoom raise hand feature to ask your questions to Guruji. Subir Mishra Prabhu, R. Chandrakala Mataji, and Mithun Prabhu, and Hina Mataji says, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Shashi Rekha Mataji has conveyed that she could not join the class today. And she also said that Shobha Mataji has joined for the first time today.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, for today's class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Palaniyappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Hare.
Today, your explanation regarding every day we have to observe what is the status of our mind is also is very, very, very important. That is the thing what I felt. That is the in start itself you have advised all of us to observe what is our mind every day, how it is Krishna conscious. That is a very, very important thing. Otherwise we forget. That is the thing. That is the main reason. What I felt is a more important act which you have to perform daily. That is the thing I felt. Just I wanted to. And sloga also, I think coming slogas are going to be very interesting regarding action, forbidden action and all this. What I felt. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Shobha Mataji, Hare Krishna. Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama.
Hare. No questions, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Namaste, Guru.
Namaste Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sunil Srivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Suresh Tabi Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Every day we are getting more knowledge, Guruji.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
When
Krishna.
we are saying that like we want to understand Krishna, at the same time, like it is also important, and then said that I felt it is like we have to understand ourselves also.
Yes.
So everything regarding the mind, the mind control is very important.
Very important. Very, very important.
Very, very important. So we are eagerly awaiting for your next lectures, Guruji, to understand the
Yes.
karma,
Yes.
the
Krishna is
karma
going
and
to teach
akarma.
what karma is here.
Yeah, so Krishna is actually telling us precisely what are the difference and what we have to do. Very, very nice, Guruji. Yeah, very nice knowledge. We are getting, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Satyendra Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you Guruji for wonderful class. Really we are enjoying. Really you are giving tips. Really wonderful. Thank you Guruji for your lecture. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you for the wonderful class. Also happy to see my friend Jyoti attending the class.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. And very important message, Guruji, that you said about what the mind focuses on. Especially material objects. Sometimes during some seasons, especially, we are attracted more to material objects or to, like for example, Navratri season, we see a lot of beautiful things and get attracted to it. But at the same time, we also have to bring our mind to focus on Krishna. So that is a very important thing that you have told, because we are every day making some things, prasadam, so many other things keep going on. So our mind gets pulled in different directions. We meet a lot of people also. So, but is it something wrong, Guruji, to be attracted to, good things, beautiful things also? Is it something wrong?
We should be able to relate that with Krishna. That is the important thing. We should never be forgetting Krishna. That's the main thing. So if we just get attracted to thinking that they are beautiful things, but we need to understand that it is coming from Krishna. So Krishna is the source. So Krishna is the creator. So everything is working under Krishna's directions. Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sa charachara. So Krishna is behind everything. So that we need to understand. Natatasti vinayat syat maya bhutam characham. So without me, there is nothing else is there, both moving and non-moving. So that knowledge we should have, then it is fine. If you don't have that knowledge, so then only we are actually cheating ourselves. Yes.
Got it, Guruji. Got it. Thank you for the class, Guruji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to all. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Ram Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Guruji, I was listening to Sumati Mataji's question and your answer. That's what I read this morning as well. And you told me many times, you keep reiterating this, reinforcing this. Whatever we see, we have to see as an expansion of Krishna. He's a Sundara Vadana. Okay. As Mataji rightly said, there are many things attraction. Navaratri is especially a season for musics and lights, everything. There are many attractions. And I've started view everything, nothing but Krishna, Guruji. Usually we used to keep the Durga idols as a first step, number one. Krishna used to be second step. And from last year onwards, I told my wife, and she's also keeping Krishna as in the topmost step.
Yes.
We were thinking Krishna as a baby and like an avatar and all. And you corrected that Krishna is an expansion of everything. The name Krishna is the attractor. He's a supreme attractor. Everything is under him. That's one name Srila Prabhupada keeps saying. In Tamil, he nicely says it's a Vasigaran. So whatever thing, everything it is attracted towards him. And he is the God, he is a knower, he is everything. And whatever I am seeing, it's all only a kind of a subset, Guruji. Very nice, Guruji. Excellent class. And I spoke to that person, Guruji. Probably tomorrow I will get those soft copies and all. I will upload and inform you, Guruji.
Yes.
All good, Guruji. Everything goes well, quite hectic and busy. Talking to my relatives and friends, and also I couldn't focus on Guruji. Yesterday also I joined late Tamil class by the time it was closed, Guruji. Let me follow up all these things and keep you posted, Guruji. Hare Krishna to all, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Prabhupada iPhone, Hare Krishna, are you able to unmute? Anita Mataji, Hare Krishna. Chandrakanta Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. I don't have any questions, Guruji. This question answer session has immensely helped me to have a better insight, Guruji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna to everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Brinda Jaising Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you for the class, Guruji. And in so many ways, we get the learning of intelligence and the mind, like what status the mind is in. So it's a good way of peeping into our own mind again and again, on and off during the course of the day, that what am I really thinking? How much connected I am to Krishna.
Yes.
Can you hear me, Guruji?
Yes, Mataji, I'm able to hear you. Yes.
Yes, and also the synonymous words that we use for intelligence, to understand that intelligent person is not who thinks that I am the body, but I am a spirit soul who needs to be a servant of Krishna. So that's an intelligent person, as you have said before also. And also, when I'm not attached to the material objects, but I'm more attached to Krishna, that also is an intelligent person. So there are various definitions, I think, which come up as intelligence.
Exactly. Yes. Yes, Mataji. It's all, when we study Bhagavad Gita, we will get all this information, everything understand, no doubt.
Yes, Guruji. It's very nice. Thank you, Guruji, for touching on these various important parts again and again and helping us to connect. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Asha Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for wonderful class. By Krishna's mercy, we are getting the benefits of the Bhagavad Gita by your continuous effort, Guruji.
Yes, yes, Mataji. Krishna's causeless mercy only.
Yes,
We
Guruji.
are getting the complete knowledge.
Yes, Guruji. Only Bhagavad Gita knowledge can change our life, Guruji.
No doubt, Mataji. Krishna's mercy, our life is
Yes, sir.
becoming more meaningful with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, more
Yes,
purposeful.
Guruji. And taking us closer to Krishna.
Yes, we are getting ourselves closer and closer to Krishna. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Taking us
Hare Krishna.
in Krishna conscious daily.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Gayatri Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mani Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Manoranjan Sahu Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Let us listen.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Just I got down from the bus. So really wonderful. Yesterday I disconnected. Whenever I got down, I had some problem. Vehicles are going. So fortunately, I cleared. Vikarma, karma, karma. That is very important. Even the intellectuals are bewildered. Really, it's a very interesting question. What to do, what not to do. We have detailedly explained. It's a really enlightening class. It's very essential. So, thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. I am not able to connect it.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Ram Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah, Guruji, I think Manoranjan Sahu Paru has been coughing for a couple of months. So the best medicine is he should have a peppercorn, a black pepper underneath his teeth. And I should take care of his health, Guruji, because the cough is there for quite long. Even I had after our session. So what I do is the gingerly oil, we call nallanai, sesame seed oil.
Yeah.
He has to wake up early morning around 4 o'clock, gargle it few times, Guruji, with the sesame seed or gingerly oil. And 2 cloves will be very helpful also. Continuously about a week, then it will see he's coughing now. And Western medicine will lead this to in a different direction, Guruji. That will also cause side effects, steroids and antibiotic. It will not cure. And so that's something he has to avoid. Curd in the night and certain things holistic. Do you have his number, Guruji? Can you text me?
I will share his number.
Yeah, please, Guruji.
Yeah.
Please let me also okay. Thanks, Guruji. Please share his number, Guruji. I'll call him. Okay. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna to all. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Jyoti Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Whenever I have felt sometime, means whenever I go means little bit away from Krishna, I feel low. Means my confidence has gone low. Again, when I connect with him, again I'll get that confidence. I feel happy. Internally, I get peace. Most of the time, I have experienced that. That is
Krishna
the
will not let us go away from you, Mataji. Once Krishna knows that we are his devotees, he will keep giving us more and more opportunities, and he will make sure that we are with him. Yes, Mataji.
Every time I think we always in the advertisement and all, there will be most of the advertisement for the body actually. For
Yeah.
our inner body and for our inner peace, there is no advertisement only. This
That's
Bhagavad Gita
correct.
is the minerals, vitamins, everything they tell actually. That the food
Yes.
we have to give for our manas, we do. There will Miss Bhagavad Gita is the food actually we should give daily.
For the soul.
Otherwise-
Yes. For the soul, Bhagavad Gita is the food. That's why we have to somehow advertise Bhagavad Gita in such a way, many people advertise everyone at least to know that we are studying Bhagavad Gita. Many of the devotees, they don't even know that there is such opportunity to study Bhagavad Gita, Mataji. So that if we are able to let everyone know, so then at least we will be able to identify the devotees.
Okay, Guruji, I will try my level best to do.
Yeah. Now Sumati Mataji also is there.
Yes.
So both of you like that. Slowly we will. Our Bangalore devotees team also is very, very strong. So when we plan more, it will happen, Mataji. Krishna's mercy will happen.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Very
Krishna.
happy, Jyoti Mataji, to see that you have joined. Please do join. I know morning is a very busy time for you, but whenever possible, please do join our class.
Yes, so once we join, no, again my mind actually we have to have a good habit addiction. No, that 8:30 when it comes again, our mind will swing. When serial also same thing. No, when 8:30 it will be serial. Oh, I have to see the serial like this means pravachan. This 8:30 same I feel good habit addiction we should have.
Yeah. No. Once
So
you make it a
that
habit,
Yeah.
you make it a habit, if you do it for like 20 days, 30 days, automatically your mind will remember. It will remember that now it is Bhagavad Gita time and we have to, search for the phone and turn it on. So automatically, although we are doing all other things at the same time, we should, we should also, our mind, it will be like an automatic internal clock, which will get set.
Yes, thank you, Sumati.
Okay, thank you, Jyoti. Bye-bye.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Gayatri Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you for the wonderful class, Guruji. Nice explanation.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Now let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan. I don't know, Mani Prabhu is able to unmute. Hare Krishna, Mani Prabhu. We will now listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan and again we will study tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,